Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Welcome to Couch Conversations. We are back for another episode. I am happy to be here tonight, y'all. Super excited. Um, so let me get into the announcements, the promo, all that real quick, and then we gonna jump into the conversation. Um, So welcome to Couch Conversations Live, y'all, where nothing is off limits, off on the couch, and I am your favorite talk show host, the one and only Danni Gyrl, and thank you for tuning in for another week. Um, Before we get into the show tonight, let me get into the promo real quick. We gonna start there. We gonna start there. Y'all, I'm on this tablet and I have know how to use it. I think this is where the promo is. Okay, y'all. Y'all know I'm having the train ride to San Diego for my birthday, November the 3rd. I have the details for y'all today. So it is departing Los Angeles Union Station at 10:10 a.m. It is going to San Diego Santa Fe Depot. We are returning at 7:01 p.m. Round trip coach tickets per person are $72. You can bring your own snacks and drinks for the ride. Um, we will be having lunch in San Diego. It's going to be approximately $25 to $30 a person. Once everybody RSVPs or starts RSVP, and I'll let you know where we're going. Um, Purchase your tickets with the information on the flyer from Amtrak.com. And yeah, I don't want to be responsible for nobody's tickets. So just let me know when you get your ticket, and then we'll go ahead and get you listed for the RSVP for the lunch. Also, my 48th birthday bash, Saturday, November 7th at 6 o'clock p.m. at my house. $20 a person, includes entry, dinner, and 2 drinks. Upscale, business, casual, or dress code. It is free to the first 20 people that RSVP, and the theme is wear an outfit that you've worn once and probably won't wear again. So everybody is welcome to come out and enjoy my birthday. We'll be having a special performance by Asanati as well. So I'm excited about that. And the RSVP free tickets are almost gone. So if you have not RSVP, you're going to want to hurry up and do that, or you're going to be paying $20. All right. Let's see what else. TRL Ministries presents Show Us Your Glory, September 25th through the 27th, 7 p.m. nightly. Musical guest James Moore Sr. It is hosted by Elder Tim Lewis. Special guest Apostle Eugene Blunt on 925, and Chief Apostle Marcus Robinson on 927, and it will be at Gospel Tabernacle Church, 11861 South Main Street. I'll post that for all of you that are interested and need the information. And I think that's it. All right. Thank you to everybody that is tuned in. Aisha, Christina. Thank y'all. And whoever else is tuned in, because I see it's people watching, but I don't see who it is. So if y'all drop y'all comments, I can see who it is. Say hey in the comments, and I'll shout you out real quick. But let's get on with the show. So if you missed last week, I posted the link on my Facebook tonight, so that you can go back and catch the first half of the show. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing a part 2, but the conversation got so good that I needed to have him back on the show after we did 2 hours last week. So yeah, y'all just sit down and enjoy. Also, tonight we will not be playing Cash App games, but if you have not played for the monthly jackpot prize, it is not too late. Y'all have until Sunday, and then next week we'll announce the monthly winner, and they'll be getting a bigger jackpot than we usually give out for Cash App games. They'll get it next week. Also, thank you to Apostle Shaquan Huggins of So Blessed Creations. Y'all know I love my candles. I'm not burning one tonight because I got my AC blowing. Hawaiian coconut vanilla latte has seemed to become my favorite over the warm apple pie. So y'all know I have his information posted. I'll post it for you again, or you can text me or inbox me if you need it. Hey Darrell, thank you for tuning in. Um, so before I get this show started, I want to say, as always, I have to let y'all know, Couch Conversation is a safe space for conversations. We have open conversations here. We allow everybody to express their opinions. Everybody's opinion may not meet, but we don't want nobody being disrespectful in the comments. Um, Y'all know I have taboo conversations on the show, so this is one of those conversations. And this conversation may not be for everybody. So if you don't like what we talking about, feel free to log out. And I hope that if you're enjoying the conversation, that you engage with the conversation, share your opinions, and leave your comments. So tonight, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching at, this is just another real conversation. Nothing is scripted, nothing is rehearsed. We didn't have a talk about this before the show started. We're just gonna go where the conversation leads us. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And wherever you're watching at, please share the show. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Um, okay, we're going to get into the conversation now. So I'm pleased to introduce our guest for tonight, who was also with us last week, the one and only, my brother, Tim Lewis. So let's bring him to the show.
Hey everybody, what's going on, fam? What's up,
How are
everybody?
you?
Praise the Lord, saints.
How you doing tonight?
Oh man, I'm good. I'm fresh off the job, had some errands to run, so I'm home for the night. I would not miss this for the world. I'm here. We ready for round two, and like my sister was saying, man, we just here to talk tonight. We're here to talk. I want y'all to engage in the comments. I have my tablet with me this time. I'm like you, sis. I'm trying to figure out how to work my tablet, make sure I uh, got it all together. So we here tonight, though. I'm here for it. Whatever we gonna do, I'm ready for it.
Okay, so I want to start by addressing something somebody sent me throughout the week. Um, they sent me the name Dale Sanders. So I went to find out who Dale Sanders was. Dale Sanders is a pastor in Louisiana who has been convicted, found guilty, and convicted for embezzling over $343,000 in church funds. I did not really get deep off into the story. I was able to see that the story came to light a couple of months ago when he was indicted, but he has been convicted for embezzling over $343,000 in church funds. And the reason I wanted to mention that top of the show was because last week we were talking about how a lot of the churches, traditional quote unquote churches, have gotten way out of control with the money situations and what they're teaching and how they're straying from the Bible and being biblical. $343,000. Let me tell y'all something. That's a lot of money to be embezzling from a church, and I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of people go into church and they go in and give they last. They be struggling, they be needing their rent paid, their car note paid, their lights be getting ready to cut off, and they come into the church and give they last, and the pastor is out having lavish shopping sprees and taking vacations with the church's money. Um, this is interesting. So this is not the first time we've heard something like this. I'm sure it won't be the last, even though we would like it to be. Um, but this seems to be something that we're starting to see more and more on the regular. Um, it just bothers me when people mess over the church's money. Because first of all, I really like I feel a way about money in church anyway. I understand that the rent, mortgage, whatever your church has to be paid. I know you got lights and gas and water bills. Some churches have different other things that they have to pay for to keep the church going, insurance and things like that. But when you going above and beyond with the church's money, and this is why I found the Drewski skit so funny. And I'm not talking about the one he did on the BET Awards. To the people that watched it, the BET Awards was okay. I'm really talking about the actual skit that he did originally, where he was talking about mega church pastors and how they dress, how they act with the members, what they drive, and that's why it hit a lot of people the wrong way, because one, they felt shots fired at them or at their pastor. Um, People that are detached from traditional church did not feel a way about it. They understood what it was and they accepted it for what it was. But it's really sad to see pastors out here messing over the church's money. Um, it's really sad, especially when I know people are giving their last. A lot of people that are going to the church and donating to the church are living in poverty themselves. So it's just, excuse me, it's sad to see. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I was starting at. I didn't get a chance to get deep into the story, but I was just kind of like, wow, wow. Um, yeah,
But then you wonder why, um, you wonder why the church is quote unquote being mocked by the world, right? You wonder
right,
why. You wonder why. And people can be as mad as they want at Drewski, but the truth of the matter is, if he wasn't talking about you, why are you offended?
right,
If he wasn't talking about your pastor, your particular pastor, why are you offended?
right.
Oh, he shouldn't mock the church. He shouldn't mock the church. He wasn't coming for the church. He was coming for those that are buffoons and clowns in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Those that really be taking people money. And like you just said it, embezzling. We talked about a few other examples last week of
Mm-hmm.
people who have been stealing money from the church and taking money. Meanwhile, your church is in destitute, or people are going lacking, people are going hungry, but you live in a lavish lifestyle, living like a king, but you taking the
Yeah.
people's money. And this goes back to what we said last week. When the church has become so, when people have become, or ministry rather, I won't say the church because the saints are all right. The saints are good. When the business of the church has become the sole thing rather than the purpose of winning souls, then that's a problem. When 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 we have become so focused on money and how to get money and building the money and keeping our pockets good, that is a problem. Then you have situations like this. Now we got embezzlement. We got people taking money. We got people giving their last. I mean, literally giving their last to these churches. I'm like, I'm not telling you to give to your church. I'm not telling you even to support. But there's a fine line in just giving the support and then you giving your last. Now you out of rank. Now who's gonna help you? We
Right,
gotta we have to match this thing with common sense.
right.
We have to match this thing with common sense. God don't want you to give your last and be broke. Where does that make sense at? Danny?
That's what I was saying last week about people going to church and giving they last. And it's not that we're not trusting and believing God to give it back, but God also gives us wisdom. To go put your rent money in a collection plate and not know where you're going to get your rent money from, to me, is not sensible. We trust God for the things that we lack, when the bills is paid and we need groceries and things like that. But to have the money and put your rent money, your bill money, your car note money in church, because the pastor said if you give us all you got, God gonna bless you. It's crazy. I'm sorry. I trust God for a lot of things, but I believe God gave me wisdom to take my money and pay my rent and not put my last in the church.
Right, because now that you put your last on it, well, and that we can go even a step further. Forget about rent. What you gonna eat for the week? What you gonna
Right,
eat?
right.
Why you now you out here you hungry? And oh, but I gave my last to the church. I did what? First, listen. First natural, and then spiritual. Your natural side is the thing that you have to live down here. We ain't in heaven just yet, Danny. I know some of us would like to think so, but we ain't in heaven just yet. Okay,
Just yet.
we gotta live down here. So first your natural, then your spiritual. If you want to give, and here's the thing, because people like to play mind games, and they'll make you feel like, oh, because you don't give to your organization or you don't give to your church or to your pastor, now you want a slow fart of hell because you ain't gave to your pastor. What? Make it
Okay,
make
so
sense.
I want to know from you and from the people that are watching, how do y'all feel about these pastors that have been coming out lately? They have one lady who went viral because she was beefing with the pastor. Her mother had been a tithe giving, offering giving member for 40, 50 years. She got sick. She was bedridden. She said nobody from the church came to visit her mother. But when her mother passed, she went there to see about having the funeral, and they told her that she couldn't have the funeral because her mother stopped paying tithes when she was sick.
What? So they couldn't have the funeral there because the mother stopped paying tithes when she was sick. That's what you said?
Yes, and she had been a member there. I believe it was close to 50 years.
See, this is what I'm talking about, Daddy. It's stuff like that. It's stuff like that. This woman of God, bless her heart, you said was giving like faithfully, was giving and tithing
A
faithfully.
tithe, offering and tithe giving member for the entire time that she was there, those 40 or 50 years. She only
Wow.
stopped paying tithes and giving money when she got sick and became bedridden, when nobody from the church came and visited her. When she passed, her family went to the church to have her funeral there, and they were told they could not have the funeral there because her mother had stopped paying tithes when she got sick.
So basically all the woman of God was, and y'all can get mad at me all you want to. I'm here for the smoke all day long. So basically all she was a seat filler.
Yes,
She was a dollar sign.
yes.
That's all she was.
She
You mean to
cannot
tell me this
have
woman of God that faithfully tied, huh?
she funeral there.
Make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. You done did all this for the church, right? You done sat there, you done gave, you done sacrificed 50 years of your life, Danny. 50 years of your life gone. And all that money you done gave to that church, and you mean to tell me nobody from the church came to visit you or support you? And you wonder why people feel a certain way about the church.
Yes, absolutely.
And you wonder
A-
why.
absolutely. I felt so bad for the young lady when she was telling the story. She was pulling out the receipts of all the money her mama had paid into the church and the letter that they sent her of why she couldn't have the funeral there. I felt really bad for her, um, because that's crazy. That is crazy.
But see, here's the thing, Danny. When we speak out against these things, When we speak out against these things, these money issues, these wolves in sheep's clothing, because that's what they are. These wolves in sheep's clothing. When we speak out against them, now we're the bad guys. Oh, you shouldn't talk against the man or woman of God. No, 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 no. I don't understand how in the world we can't speak out against wrongdoing. Oh well, that's not your place. It's not your business. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so somebody in the comments knows the story I'm talking about. She said they were trying to charge her $400 to have the service there.
$400.
I missed that part, so thank you, May. I missed that part. They were trying to charge her $400 to have the service there. And it was 50 years. Yes, it was 50 years. She's confirming this for me. Yes.
That's what I'm talking about, though. 50 years. 50 years of your service, of your time pouring into this church, and now they want to charge you to have your homegoing service there. But didn't nobody visit you? Did nobody come and see you? You a seat filler, man. That's what it was. You was a seat filler. You was a cash grab. You was now that your money ain't in it, now we ain't gonna want nothing to do with you or your family. You was a seat filler, man. You was a seat filler.
And this is what I was saying last week about supporting ministries. And you got to be careful whose ministry you pour into financially. Um, for those of you that missed it last week, I let it be known that I pour into ministries, but I would rather pour into small ministries that I know that are out doing things and really out beating the street the way they supposed to. This is why I have an issue with pastors getting paid. I'm pretty sure that pastor, as most pastors, probably gets a salary, and nobody visited her while she was sick. I cannot believe that. And let me tell you something. It's the audacity of pastors, okay? Let me tell you why. And I'm going to get into some stuff tonight. Y'all might want to block me, but I'm going to get into it. The audacity of pastors. And the reason why is because I've heard pastors say some off the wall obnoxious things in the pulpit. I've heard pastors literally put people out of the church from the pulpit and basically tell them you can leave and God will put somebody else in your seat. That's not how that goes. That is literally not how that goes. We're supposed to be encouraging people to come in, not to go out.
Mhm.
Um, I'm gonna tell you what else I have an issue with, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because I heard this conversation this week, and I'm not gonna say with who, but if you know me, you know where the conversation came from. It's somebody very close to me. My other issue is the people that are holding on to this tradition about how you're supposed to dress at church. Now, I understand not coming in your stripper clothes, okay? I understand not coming in your club clothes. I understand that. But when y'all still out here being petty about women wearing pants to church and that type of stuff, y'all need to get y'all life together. This is why nobody's in the church, okay? Y'all so worried about what they got on while they're there. That's why nobody's there, okay? My auntie used to have this saying, rest in peace to my auntie Drew. She used to have this saying where she would say, I don't want to correct nobody if I can't fix it. And what she meant by that was she wasn't going to come to you and tell you, hey, you shouldn't be wearing pants at church, or hey, you might want to put on a skirt, unless she had the money to give you to go buy a skirt to put on. And that was the mentality that she had. So she
Mhm.
had an issue with people telling other people what they should and should not be wearing to church, and correcting people's attire unless they were going to help them fix it. And the reason being is because you don't know what people are going through. Sometimes people put on what they got and drag themselves in. And it's
Hmm.
sad that people are so wrapped up in tradition that they can't really see what's going on with the members and what the people that they have sitting in the congregation. Um, I remember somebody told me one Sunday they drove all the way to their church, parked their car in the parking lot, and never got out because they sat in the car thinking about what they were going through mentally and then what they were going to have to go through when they went into the church doors. And they said they literally sat in the parking lot the entire time church was going on. And when they heard the benediction, they started their car and drove off. That's sad. That's sad. And we need to do better. We need to do better. Um,
That's called being entitled, Danny. That's called being entitled. We were in a service. Is Marcus still on here? I think he's in the comments. My brother, Prophet Tatas. We were in a service, one of my services, one of my conferences, one of my revivals, and God came in the room strong. I mean, we were in a high time in the service, Danny. And this man, homeless, transient, you understand me? He heard the sound of the saints. Watch what I'm going to tell you. He heard the sound of the saints, and he came in off the street, drunk and everything, drunk, smelling like, I mean, just it was bad. And he said he was on his way to commit suicide. He was on his way to commit suicide, and he heard the sound of the saints. Can you imagine if he thought, "Oh, I'll never be accepted," or I can't go in here because people can look at me some type of way, or because I don't want nobody to judge me. The man got saved on the spot, Danny.
yeah, you
What are you
have to
trying to
be
say,
careful.
Tim? What are you trying to say, Tim? I believe in showing love, Danny. And
Hmm.
you said, yeah, you shouldn't come in there in your stripper clothes. You shouldn't come in there in your club clothes. But what if that's all you got, Danny?
Then you got to
Oh
come
yeah,
in
I'm
what
gonna
you
come for
got.
that traditional spirit today. Yeah, I'm gonna come for that traditional spirit today. What if that's all you got?
Right. And I'm going to tell you something. I know a young lady. She was in the process of being delivered. She was going through, she had started coming to church. And I'm one of those people, if I'm at church and somebody new come in, I try to talk to them, you know. Um, but every Sunday she was coming in what looked like her stripper clothes. Like, no exaggeration. Like, she had went to the club the night before and came to church. And in talking to her, I was really glad that nobody bothered her. I had heard a couple people make remarks, but I was really glad that nobody bothered her. Because what I found out was she was a stripper. And she was battling drug addiction. And she was trying to get right with the Lord. And she was coming in what she had. And as time went on and she started coming regularly, she started changing how she dressed. This goes back to, you got to let God deal with people. Your job is to get them in the church and let God deal with them after you get them there. It's not your job to get them there and then beat them over the head with the church's tradition. That's not what we supposed to do. Hey, Womack.
But why even be in tradition in the first place? I get it because everybody, your grandmama did it, and your granddad did it before that. Then the granddad, everybody before you done did it, and now we think that's the norm because that's what we were taught. That's what we were brought up on. And this is the problem that Jesus had with the church in his day. Stop all that tradition.
Yeah, which is what we were talking about last week. A lot of the tradition is not rooted in the Bible.
I told you
A
last week,
lot of
Danny,
the church
when your
tradition
flyer,
is not biblical.
right. I told you last week, Danny, when your flyer went up, and my auntie out here, May she can tell you. When your flyer went up last week, I got hit up in my inbox about my just because I had my hoodie on because I wasn't looking the part
Oh,
of the preacher.
if anybody has something to say this week about the hoodie on the flyer,
Oh, listen, we didn't
let
have
me
that problem this week.
clarify. Let me clarify. He told me that I could use another picture if I wanted to, and I told him no. Okay? So let me clarify on his behalf because y'all have a issue with him being in the hoodie on the flyer. Okay? I just want to clarify again for y'all that I choose the pictures for my flyers. Okay? I have people submit pictures and I choose the picture ultimately that goes on the flyer. So let me clarify that for y'all for past and future reference, okay? I choose what goes on my flyer. So if y'all have an issue with what's on my flyer, please contact me. I am easy to find. I am on every social media platform. You can find me at The Real Danni Gyrl. Danny with an I, girl with a Y. I am easy to find on every platform, okay? I have a website. You can leave me a message. I show my phone number every week and tell y'all that I take texts for suggestions and comments and anything else that y'all have to say. You can Google me and leave me a message on Google. Type in Danni Gyrl the artist. I'll pop right up. You can leave me a message on Google. I am not hard to find. My phone number even comes up if you Google me. If you Google DMEG or Divine Management, you get my phone number and a way to contact me. So if y'all have an issue with anything on my flyer, my show, anything that is said, my guests, please feel free to reach out to me. Okay? I just want to put that out there. Reach out to me. Don't reach out to my guests. Reach out to me because I determine what goes on this show, on this platform. This is my show. This is Couch Conversations hosted by Danni Gyrl. Okay? So I just want to clarify that for y'all, just for past and future reference. If there's an issue with something, with a flyer or something on the show, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm always open to hear what you have to say. Okay? Just want to clarify that for y'all one more time. All right. Let's get back to it.
Let Listen, no, let it be known, sis. Let it be known because people for the longest, and it didn't open my eyes until last week when all that went down. Because people will hold you to, well, he's the elder, he's the. I'm like, yeah, but just because I'm the elder, don't mean I can't sit up here and have normal conversation. Because people will be like, oh, because there are just certain things you can't speak up on, but absolutely not. And anybody who knows me, my auntie's on here. My auntie's on here. I believe Marcus is on here. Anybody who knows me knows I have no problem speaking my mind. Now, granted, some of the times I go a little overboard, and people be having to call me out. Like, maybe you should dial it back a bit because they don't want me to get canceled. But I'm trying to get canceled in these streets, auntie. I'm trying not to get canceled.
I don't even care
But
no more.
that's where I'm at, auntie. That's where I'm at, Danny. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I tell my brother Marcus all the time. I'm fine with getting canceled. I'm fine with it. It ain't gonna stop TRL.
I mean, first of all,
It ain't gonna stop nothing over here.
you gotta
Let them
get a
cancel
group
me,
of
Danny.
people to cancel me. You gotta get a group of people to agree with you to cancel me. So good luck with that. Okay. Um, somebody has tried that before. I've told the story in bits and pieces and here and there about after the first season of Couch Conversations, all the stuff that I went through with the old co-host. Couch Conversations, it was originally me and a co-host, and the co-host tried to threaten to sue me for the show. She tried to get me canceled. That stuff does not work. You have to have enough people that don't like me to cancel me, and good luck with that. Okay. um I just want to show y'all something real quick. Hold on one second. Okay, so Saturday I went to the Black Sheep Awards and I got this, okay? And this lets me know that y'all don't have enough people out here to cancel me, okay? All right? Y'all don't have enough people to cancel me. I'm still getting awards. I'm still getting magazine features, okay? So y'all don't have enough people to cancel me. So with that being said, Couch Conversations talks about what we want to talk about and we say what we want to say. This is a safe space to be opinionated, which is why I said if y'all have an issue with something on my show, reach out to me. Because I would love to have a conversation with you. I always have time to talk about whatever goes on Couch Conversations. Trust me.
Listen, I'm not afraid of being canceled because one thing about me, anybody who's known me for any length of time knows that I have no problem giving the truth. I have no problem with it. And this stuff we talking about with the church and stuff like that is the stuff that people like to roll over and don't like to talk about. There's just certain stuff that the church. I don't know why that is, Danny. Maybe this is on your taboo list for tonight, or we'll get to it maybe later on somewhere down the line in this segment. But I'm so tired of the things that we just sweep under the rug. We can't talk about our personal lives because that's not for everybody. No, you can't talk about sex, even though that's running rampant in the church. But we don't want you to talk about that. You can't talk about the money. You
Hold on,
can't
hold
talk
on, hold
about
on, hold on,
your.
hold on, hold on. Let's back up just to the sex part. Let me tell you something. I did a show where I asked, what song do church people have sex to? I had more church people on that show than I have had on any episode of Couch Conversations.
Let's talk
Okay?
about it
I
right now,
want
Danny.
y'all to know
Let's
that.
talk
And
about
I
it right
want
now.
y'all to know, I want y'all to know 99% of the answers came from church people. See, let me tell y'all something about the internet, because some of y'all old heads on here don't know. When we doing live and you log on, it'll tell you and so is watching. Okay? Which is why I always try to have my phone in my comments. It tells you and so is watching. Now see on my counter it just tells me how many people are watching. But on here I can see who's watching. And I was seeing bishops, apostles, minister of musics, elders. They were all watching the show, not commenting, just watching. And I get a
But
lot of that. I get a
why is
lot of
that such
that.
a hard
And it
topic
doesn't
though?
matter it's about sex. No matter if I'm talking about what song do church people have sex to, if I'm talking about sex, if I'm talking about dating, I always have the church people lurking in the background, not commenting, just watching, trying to see what's going on. First of all, we all know y'all having sex, okay? Not just with y'all wives, but with the choir members, the praise and worship leaders, the musicians, the pew members. We know everybody's having sex in the church, okay? And as much as y'all don't want to talk about it, it's going on. And the reason that we know is because we keep seeing people having babies and they're not married, okay? So we know y'all having sex if y'all having babies, okay? And then y'all have these babies and everybody want to be quiet about who the baby daddy is. All right, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut the hell up. All
It's a
right.
taboo conversation. But let's be
I'm
real about it though. Because, huh?
y'all need to stop acting like y'all not out here doing what y'all doing. Y'all want to
Right.
condemn other people, but y'all out here doing it too.
Right, let's be real. Since everybody apparently it's weird how everybody wants to be real until we get to those little certain areas that you don't want to touch on because you don't want to be real about what you really got going on in your own personal life. That's weird to me, Danny. So we can be real up until it relates to you.
Right.
Oh, oh, okay. We can be real up until we cross your front door. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Because my thing is, we want to sit up here and be like, oh yeah. So are we all just out here? We just having quiet, intimate moments with the people we around. We safe, but we just quiet. We ain't talking. We ain't moaning. We ain't doing none of that. We just
No, because
quiet and having a
we gotta be
blissful.
quiet. You gotta be quiet when you sneaking. Hush.
The devil is a liar. Loose here, Danny. They ain't out here being quiet. They want you to think that though. They want you to think that.
Listen, let me tell y'all something.
So y'all out. So wait a minute. I got a question for you. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Y'all out here having sex the holy. Is that what we doing?
Listen, you.
Is that what we say folks is doing? I just
Okay,
want to know because apparently we can't talk about it because everybody wants to be dope. Oh, I'm not doing that. Oh, we should be careful about how we talk about it. What? Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Well, first of all, it's not talked about enough. People act like if they talk about it, it's not happening and it'll just go away. Um, People in the church don't want to talk about sex because they act like if we talk about it, then you know we gotta admit we doing it. Which, yeah, if you're talking about it, you might as well go and admit it. My issue is the people that are out here doing it, acting like they not doing it. The
That
people
part.
that are out here acting holier than thou, and they don't do no wrong, and they don't do nothing, and then they sneaking around being sneaky deaky. That's my issue. Yeah, we know in the Bible we not supposed to be doing none of this. But y'all out here doing it on a daily basis. On a daily basis. And let me tell y'all something. Oh, this is the shit that get me in trouble.
Oh well, we here now.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all out here having sex with all these random people and wondering why y'all can't get y'all life together. I'm about to tell you right now. Are y'all listening? I'm about to tell you right now why y'all can't get y'all life together. Because you are tied to 20 different people that you've had sex with. Y'all don't believe in soul ties enough for me. Y'all don't take that seriously enough for me. And I can't be serious with y'all not taking it seriously. Like, I have really sat down and I have given, and I'm gonna give y'all just a little bit tonight. I have given lectures on sex and soul ties, literally, to young ladies. Um, Sex was made to consummate. Every time you're having sex with somebody, you're consummating.
Mm-hmm.
Consummation is built for a bond. So now you're having sex with 20 people, you're bonding with 20 people, your emotions is all over the place because you taking on all these spirits and emotions of 20 people, and then you wonder why you all over the place and you confused and you mentally ill. Sometimes you gotta back up and look at things for what they are. And soul ties are real, y'all. I'ma ask y'all something. Have you ever been with somebody in a relationship and y'all sleeping together and this person acts a certain type of way and you notice over time you start acting that certain type of way? It's not because you're around that person. It's because you're sleeping with that person, picking up their spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta be careful who y'all sleeping with. You sleep with somebody depressed enough times and see what happened. You sleep with somebody that's suicidal enough times and see what happened. Y'all gonna be making a pact somewhere. Y'all gotta know what you out here doing. I have been very open about my celibacy and why I have been celibate. Because let me tell y'all something. I do not believe in tying and bonding myself to everybody. I do not. I do not. I have been single, so I have been celibate. And that's that. And I'm okay with that. And it has also given me time to get some clarity on my life because I'm not bonded to nobody. I'm not tied to nobody. I don't have anybody else's spirits and demons that I'm fighting. I'm only dealing with my own. So it has given me a lot of mental clarity. I can see a lot of things that I did not see before. My discernment
Mm-hmm.
level is high.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I say my discernment level is high, I can talk to people and know y'all full of shit. My
Mm-hmm.
discernment level is high because of the
Mm-hmm.
clarity that I have from not being tied to anybody. I'm telling y'all, I prayed and I asked God, please break the bondage between me and everybody I slept with.
Mm-hmm.
Break that. Cut them ties. Let me be able to be free of those spirits. Because, baby, Some of these people carrying some demons that y'all don't want to deal with. The first date should be to the clinic in the church. Oh, come on, Auntie.
That's my auntie for you. That's my
Come
auntie
on,
for you.
Auntie.
That's my auntie for you.
Somebody stopped talking to me because I told them that I wanted to go on a date, and they asked me to where, and I said to the clinic. We ain't had too many conversations since then. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all not finna play with me out here, okay? STIs is at an all-time high. If y'all didn't just see this spring break outbreak that they had in Houston, where all these people came home, it was like 50,000, 60,000 people went to spring break and left with a disease. And I know y'all be trying to say y'all using protection, but y'all can't be using protection and y'all having secret babies. Y'all telling on yourself.
Make it
Y'all
make
telling on
sense.
yourself.
Make
So
it make
yeah,
sense. The math ain't mathing.
the math ain't mathing. So
The
yeah,
math ain't mathing.
together. I need y'all to get it together. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's what's wrong with some of y'all preachers out here. Y'all sleeping with more women than just y'all wives. And now your sermon don't make sense. Cause you conflicted within your own spirit.
But why is you oh God help us today? I guess well we here now, Dan. I guess we might as well just jump on into it. Why is it you sleeping with the sheep anyway?
That just seems to be the norm these days.
Why is it you are sleeping with the sheep? These are people you supposed to be leading to try to get their souls right. But instead you out here tricking, getting them out their money and sleeping with them at the same time. Make it make sense. I don't understand that. I was put in charge of getting your soul somewhere, not in charge of getting you to my bedroom. And then it makes it worse. You have people out here, preachers, because we're talking about preachers, who are married and will still try to get in other females' pants or in man's pants. Because nowadays you can't tell that because now they try to do
Oh
both.
my God.
It'd be the men and the women. You be wanting both nowadays. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that is.
I just
Make
want to
it
say
make
something.
sense, church. Make
I
it
just
make
want to
sense.
say something to these preachers that are out here. How can I say this nicely? Okay, I'm gonna just say what I want to say. Let me say something to these preachers that think they out here on the down low, and y'all think that y'all out here making it look like you just a single preacher looking for a wife, but you really got a boyfriend. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all not hiding y'all business as good as y'all think y'all are, okay? Because most of y'all with y'all secret boyfriends, and I'm gonna say secret with quotation marks, we know who they are. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all be acting like y'all boyfriends are y'all girlfriends, so y'all have the same responses that you would have in any other relationship, and we see it. It's not secret. It's not secret. And then now in the age of social media, we see y'all little Facebook spats and y'all little fights. I actually, let me tell you, I sat up there and watched two pastors. Shut up, Danielle. Nope, I'm not gonna shut up. I
Yeah,
sat up
go
there and
ahead. We
watched
here
two
now.
pastors going back and forth on Facebook for about a month or a month and a half because one of them got married, knowing good and damn well he was gay. He went and got married and started a family, and his boyfriend got mad, and they were going back and forth on Facebook, and the boyfriend was in the wedding. Y'all be out here doing some weird ass shit. Excuse my language, y'all, but I just gotta say it how I feel it. Y'all be doing some weird stuff out here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Danny, Danny. I'm trying to figure it out because nowadays you be having to figure. I'll be like, now wait a minute. Now hold on. What wasn't you was just over here with so and so. Now you will now. There's a boyfriend too. Make
Let
it
me
make
tell y'all
sense,
something.
Saint.
I would rather y'all live in y'all truth than be down low and have a wife and a boyfriend. I would rather you just live in your truth because that's really how all these diseases are spreading. Okay? And y'all don't understand. See, now I'm gonna have to talk to y'all from a health perspective. Y'all out here being nasty. Okay? Y'all being nasty. Because we know two men don't engage in intercourse the same way as two women. And it's very unhealthy. But that's not my business. It makes it worse when y'all be out here being unhealthy and nasty and dirty, and then y'all take it home to the wife. That is the part that bothers me. Living your truth. If you want to be with a man, just go be with a man and deal with whatever God got for you later. Because you still gonna have to deal with it. You having a wife on the
Hmm.
side, because the wife is on the side, literally. She's the wife, but she's on the side. You having a
Hmm.
wife on the side isn't gonna make it better.
Nah, but Danny, sometimes the wives be in on it. The wives be doing stuff on the side too, so she don't care what the man doing because
Okay,
she in on it too.
I have seen my share of lavender marriages.
She
Okay,
in on it too.
I have
She's in
seen
on
my
it
share
too.
of lavender marriages. Listen, y'all. All oh god.
Danny, we here now. We might as well just talk about it. We here now. We here now. And let me just say this. Listen, I'm not being holier than thou. I am not. My auntie is on here. She will tell you, I am not being holier than thou. I will put myself out there on Front Street before anybody. I have no problem doing it. In fact, I said it last week, Danny. Didn't I say it last week? I struggle in my flesh.
Right.
I said it last week. Danny heard me say it loud and clear. I struggle in my flesh. It don't look. That's my truth. Danny said, "Live in your truth." That's my truth.
Listen, a lot of us struggle in our flesh. Just because I'm celibate don't mean I ain't struggling. If you
Okay.
hear some of the stuff that come out of my mouth, you will know I'm struggling for real. Okay.
Let me tell you something. True story. My everybody knows that I went through about 5 6 years ago. I went through a thing. I went through a divorce, right? About 5 6 years ago, and so that happened. And then so recently, we got reconnected. We started back talking. But the point I'm trying to make is y'all got to be careful about letting just because the cat is good or the D is good or whatever, you got to stop letting them back in just simply off that fact, knowing that that soul tie could possibly come back and get a hold on you.
Mm-hmm.
The hardest thing in the world for me, Danny, was learning how to say no because my flesh was like, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I had to fight my flesh about my ex for about 2 years. He's the reason why I'm celibate. I had to fight. When I say fight my flesh, I'm talking about I couldn't even be in this man's presence. I had to really sit down one day and say, okay, listen, you know you don't like this man. You know y'all outside of sex don't get along. He get on your nerve. Y'all can go away for the weekend, and by the time the night is over, y'all gonna be arguing and fighting. And I had to really sit down and talk to myself about this man. Because when I say I was fighting my flesh, Lord Jesus, he's the reason why I'm celibate. That was my answer. To just be celibate and figure it out. And thank God he been working with me and I didn't figure it out. Now I can sit in the presence of this man and feel nothing. And when I say nothing, not a butterfly in my stomach, not a flutter of my heart, not a nothing. I don't feel nothing.
Danny, I'm trying to get your testimony. I'm trying to
Listen,
get your
it took me
testimony
a long way
because
and some therapy. It took me some therapy. Y'all know I'm a big advocate on therapy. It took me some therapy because, baby, that man had me locked up, tied down. He probably watching because he be watching. He probably watching now. He had me locked up, tied down.
come
Had
on,
my
Danny,
whole
talk your
mental
truth, Danny,
capacity.
talk your truth.
I'm being real. Had my whole mental capacity. It all discombobulated for 6, 7, 8 years. I would have married this man if he'd have asked me, knowing good and damn well we didn't get along and we'd have been fighting in 3 months. But you know what? I thank God I was able to sit down and get my life together. That was a chapter of life that I needed to move past. I needed to get past.
See,
And you know
see,
what? You
see,
know what's bad? When we know it's bad for us and we keep going back. When you know it's bad.
Danny, Danny, look. People ask me all the time, Tim, how in the world did you end up in that situation, being married and all that situation? I tell them all the time, and people be thinking I'm joking, be laughing about it, but I'm serious. I was tricked. People be like, "How was you tricked?" The coochie was good. I mean, bruh, the coochie was wonderful. I was tricked.
Listen,
So because my flesh was good, I'm thinking, oh, we all listen, bump all the extra stuff. I'm finna be tied down. But at the same time, all that extra stuff was wonderful, but your spirit was nasty.
listen. When I started picking up his spirit and doing the stuff that he did and saying the stuff that he said, and people always say it's because you around them. It's not because you around them. It's not. It's not that. You are literally picking up their spirit.
Literally,
So yeah,
literally.
I had to break free of that too. Listen, that was
I'm
harder than
trying to tell you. I'm trying to help. We
that was
trying to
harder
help
than
y'all tonight.
divorcing my husband. That was harder than divorcing my husband. I'm telling you.
Listen, I
And
had to
if
ask
you watching,
God.
do not call me tomorrow. If you watching, do not call me tomorrow. I do not want to talk to you. Thank you for watching Couch Conversations. No, I do not want to have a conversation. I see you doing well in life and keep doing well in life. May you continue to prosper. Don't call me tomorrow, okay? If you watching, I just want you to, because you know if you watching, you know I'm talking about you and you know I'm talking to you because you're the only ex that I have that watches Couch Conversations. So I just want you to know because I'm speaking on you tonight and fighting my flesh about you. Don't call me tomorrow. I don't want to go on a date. I don't want to do lunch. I don't want to do none of that. You just happen to be brought up in the conversation tonight, okay? I just want to clear that for you. All right? All right.
I'm trying to figure out, but some okay. So my auntie said the Satan is the master of deception. Some of us like being deceived. I think you know what? Some of us just like living in that moment. Let's just be real. Some of us be like, and I think uniquely was the one who said it. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Listen, sometimes you'll be like, you know what? My flesh won this round. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes my flesh, sometimes it wins the round, Danny. Sometimes, look, I'll be like, I tried Jesus and I failed. I'm not saying I'm out here wilding out or doing all the craziness, but sometimes, yeah, Danny, my flesh be like, look, all right now, okay, better go. I better go somewhere and pray. Better go talk to the Lord. Who's that? Uniquely real. I'm trying to tell you, Nick. I hope I'm helping you because
Somebody trying to join the chat, so let's get them in here.
who's trying to join?
She trying to get in the chat. Unique.
Who?
Uniquely resilient. We gonna see if we can get her in the chat.
Yeah, come on in, Unique. Let's talk, Unique, because I feel like you a kindred
She always
spirit.
has
Let's
some
talk
good stuff
tonight.
to say.
Let's talk tonight, Unique, because I'm here for. And
I'm
this is
trying to get
what.
you the link right now, love.
Let's talk tonight, Unique. Let's talk about it because I'm trying to figure it out. And these are conversations that the church don't want us to have. But the church be the main with all the whole. I grew up in church, Danny. I grew up in church. I never, and then when I finally
I
got,
did too.
yeah, I didn't realize that there were so many whoremongers and so much going on in the church until I got older and I started seeing stuff going on behind the scenes. I'm like, now wait a minute, Jesus. I thought this was the house of God. This person is sleeping with this squad member. The tenors are sleeping with some of the other tenors. The
Listen,
sopranos are
I
sleeping with
started
altos.
figuring
The
out.
altos are sleeping with the sopranos. What is going on?
When I became an adult and started figuring out that everybody was sleeping with everybody and about people's secret children, and you know what, I couldn't understand, and I still can't. How can you, as a preacher, a pastor, a bishop, apostle, whatever title you want to call yourself, how can you call yourself any of these things, have a church, have a wife, and then have a whole side chick sitting up in the church with a child that y'all don't talk about? Like your side chick telling somebody that somebody else is the daddy. Um, just different things like that. I wouldn't be able to sit in my church as a pastor on Sunday knowing my wife is sitting right here and my side chick is sitting on this side with my son, and we act like this ain't even my son. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
No, that's
Hold
because
on, I'm
that's
trying to
because
get you in the
but
chat, but
pastors
I
do it
see
though.
y'all.
Pastors do it though because they done got them to sign them NDAs. So you got all the people you done slept with done sign NDAs. So you can sit up there and preach as much as you want to. And nobody gonna say
The
nothing.
pastor got their members signed. They signed NDAs at the church.
They sign NDAs at the church. Danny, they done sign NDAs, so you can't speak up on what's going on. Cause now he the pastor, he done made you sign an NDA. So now you can't say nothing about what's going on in the church. He done slept with this person, and that person, and they all got NDAs. So they ain't saying
I'm not
nothing.
signing the NDA. I'm not signing the NDA. I'm not
Come
signing
on,
the
come on,
NDA.
unique. Come on, unique. Help me preach this message tonight. They got all them people
Hold
that
on, I'm
sleep
about
with
to get
everybody,
her
and they
right
all got
now.
NDAs.
I think I just sent you the right link, love. But we gonna find out in a second. Let me make sure I did.
Come on, Steve. Having their side chicks is the new norm.
It is, and that's the sad part. That is the sad part. It is the new norm. You remember back in the day in church, they used to teach abstinence. Keep your legs closed. Find you a good man. Find you a husband. Do it the right way. You don't even hear people talk about none of that no more. Ain't nobody encouraging nobody to find a husband or a wife.
Unique
Thank
said
God
they
people
still
are
do.
getting married. Cause
Unique said they still do. She said they still teach it. They may still teach it, but there are some people out here that are like, look, people finna be grown. They finna do what they want to do. Ain't no point in teaching no more. We done talked to, we blew in the face, and now we tired of talking. That
right.
we tired of talking. We tired of saying live holy. And when all these people is grown and they gonna leave from your service and get the hunching somewhere.
Auntie said no more shame. What happened to being ashamed? There is no more shame. People, what? What? Let me tell you what my big issue is with a lot of stuff that goes on now. And this is not just in the church. This is just in life, period. One of my biggest issues is people do stuff and just want you to accept it. Whatever it is. They just want you to accept it. Whether it embarrassed you, whether it embarrassed them, no matter how it affected you, the people around you, how it affected them. People are not ashamed of anything no more. They just want you to accept. This is how I am and just accept me. No. No. I'm not accepting you if you're embarrassing. This is why I don't have no
So
friends, okay?
we just supposed to accept you, and I get it. We're supposed to love everybody. The Bible says love everybody and all that, and
That don't
that's
mean I have to
fine.
deal with
I
you. It say
no,
love you.
but I'm saying though, Danny, like just because the Bible says like I love you, so we just supposed to accept because you just nasty and we know you nasty. We
No.
know you nasty.
No.
We know who out here. You don't step with the pastor, the deacons, the elder boy.
No.
You don't step with the whole church, and we
I
just
have a
supposed to be
friend
like,
of
oh
mine that
yeah,
I
we just
love
supposed to love
dearly.
her with the love of God.
I have a friend of mine that I love dearly that I don't talk to because she told me she slept with a bishop. And she told me the bishop's name. And I said, don't he have a wife? She said, yeah, girl, he do.
It's the yeah, girl, he do for me. Like you just didn't give a doggone about the wife. You didn't care nothing about the wife. Yeah, yeah, he sure do got a wife, but I don't care nothing about the wife. So all you cared about was pleasing your flesh and getting what you got and then getting on. You didn't care nothing about the marriage. That's crazy.
Let me tell you something. My cousin Tramika Shante Richardson. Y'all know her. She singing Esther. My cousin I love dearly. I was dating a man about 15 years ago. 10 years ago. It was about 10 years ago. I was dating a man and he had a wife, but he was going through a divorce. And some stuff had happened and I was talking to her about it because she knew all the parties involved. And Tramika, being Tramika, did not try to sugarcoat anything. She said, cousin, I don't care if that man is going through a divorce or not, he is still in a covenant. Baby, I had to remove myself when she said that because I said, you know what, you right. That man is still married. Even though he going through a divorce and the papers is filed and court dates are set, he's still in that covenant. He's still attached to that woman. And I had to remove myself. I don't know how people can involve themselves in a covenant. It just behooves me. And karma is real, y'all. I need y'all to know what go around, come around. So when y'all put yourselves in these situations, I hope y'all not looking for no husbands or no wives. Because
Hey,
being
and
a
turn
side
around,
chicken
you
looking
ain't
for a
lying.
wife, a side chicken looking for a husband is insane. Not thinking about karma's gonna come back at some point.
You was how in the world? Listen. There's an old saying that my grandmama used to say, Danny, and you probably heard it too. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it, and it's gonna make folk laugh when I say it, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyway at the expense of being canceled because, like I said, I don't care anyway. There's an old saying that the old grandmothers and the old mothers used to say: "You can't turn no hoe into no housewife."
Nope.
Come on, church. Come on, church.
You
There's
can't
seven,
turn a
eight people
homo
on
into a
here,
husband either. For y'all
and
ladies out here
that part either.
getting
You
these
can't do that either.
homosexuals, y'all getting these homosexuals thinking some man is better than no man, and you got to pay all the bills, and you taking care of him, and he's a full-time homosexual. He ain't got nowhere to go if you put him out. He ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. He probably ain't got a backup plan on a house or a job. Y'all out here taking care of these homosexuals, and yeah, that's not gonna get you nowhere. I just want y'all to know that being a sugar mama ain't gonna get you nowhere. You gotta have somebody that's committed to you, that really want to be with you, that's serious about you. Cause y'all out here dating and sleeping with these men that ain't got nothing, and then y'all getting pregnant by them, having babies, being single mothers, and then want to call them deadbeats when you know they didn't bring shit to the table to begin with. That's my issue with some of y'all. I just want y'all to know that. Y'all sleeping with niggas that y'all know don't have nothing, getting pregnant and calling them a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat before you slept with him. So now I gotta ask, who's the real deadbeat, him or you? Because where was your antennas at when you was sleeping and getting pregnant?
My thing is, what? Daddy, make it make sense. Make it make sense, Daddy. The nigga took the bus to your house.
You had to pick him up and drop him back off. You had to take him to
he
the
done
store
took
and
the
buy him a
he done
beer.
took the
You had
bus
to
to
buy
your
him some
house.
weed from the dispensary. You had to buy him something to eat. You had to go buy him a pack of blunts. You had to pay for dinner. You had to do everything. And now you pregnant. He ain't got no money and you calling him a deadbeat. I need y'all to get y'all priorities together.
Wait a minute. He didn't take no Uber, no Lyft. He done took the bus to your house. You know he ain't got nowhere to go. He is at home. He's living with his parents. He living with his mama. He done took the bus to get to your house. You know that man ain't got nothing. But because you want your flashy peas and because you want what you want, and because you want to have your satisfaction, you think, oh, okay, yeah, because he got good D. Wait, what? So good deed outweighs having good morals and good character and good. Well, for some people, it outweighs even good hygiene. Because some of these people, I don't know how you sleep with some of these niggas. How in the world? What? Make it make sense. Bless the Lord, woman of God. Hallelujah,
Okay,
glory. She done
you're
joined
not
the chat.
wrong. Cause some of these niggas be having bad hygiene, and I'll be like, "How are y'all sitting with them? How are you sleeping with them? How are you? They breath is bad. How are you having a conversation with them?" Listen, I was in
Wait
the
a
car with
minute.
somebody. I'm not gonna
Listen.
call no names. I'm not gonna call no names. I'm not gonna call no names because I don't want to embarrass nobody. I was in the car with somebody one day. They got in my car and I rolled down all four windows because when they started talking, the breath was so bad. I was just like, oh my God, I want him to shut up.
I think people
And
do
then
it
it was
because
combined with some
bills,
other body odor.
bills, bills,
Poochie.
Wait, what bills?
bills.
The man ain't got no money. He just took the bus to your house.
What?
Ah! Oh,
He just
oh
took
my
the bus
God.
to your house, baby. What?
Listen.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm in rare form tonight. Usually I'm very deep and I'm in the Bible and all that, but tonight I feel like joking around a little bit. That just don't make no sense to me though. I
Oh
don't get
my
it.
God. Oh
I
my
don't get it.
God.
I don't
Nice to
understand
meet
though.
everybody.
And
Nice
then,
to meet
okay,
everybody.
wait
So
a
what are
minute.
we
Go ahead. Go ahead, Champagne.
so what are we talking about right now? Because I wanted to I was talking about people dealing with married people and how karma does come back. And then I love the conversation about how churches don't talk about abstinence and all of the things because I feel like they do. But then when he was like, oh, people just don't follow it anyway, so they stop talking about it. And it's still talked about though, right?
They should still be talking about it. They should still be talking about it. They should be beating that over people's heads, especially some of these younger girls. They need to hear some of that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so let me tell you something. Only because I just want everybody that's watching to know I know everybody on the panel personally. So there's nobody that's just chiming in randomly on the show. Okay, I know everybody personally. All right, so this is my thing with married people. When you get into somebody's relationship and they're married, whatever your karma is, you just got to accept it and deal with it, right?
But what if you don't know that they're married? Like a bigamist.
That's not on you. That's not on you.
What do you mean?
They
How do
need
you
to.
not know he not married? He ain't stayed with you in 3, 4 nights. He done been. He ain't been with you all
Because
this
no,
time, and
honestly,
all of a
okay, so let
sudden,
me tell you. Honestly, bigamy is not as hard as people think it is.
Hello.
It's not as hard as people think it is. Um,
Hello.
sometimes, okay, let me just give y'all a couple of examples. Sometimes there's a situation where it might be a separation between the husband and the first wife or the wife and the first husband. It might be a situation where there's a separation there, and in that separation, one of them decide to go be with somebody else and marry somebody else and act like the first situation didn't happen. And then it ends up coming back around later on.
And then
Then
it's for
you have
some
situ
niggas that just don't say shit. Let's go on and just
yeah,
say it. It's some folks that
yeah.
is married that just don't say nothing. And then as time go on, you later learn, oh my God, they're
Okay,
married.
so I'm gonna just tell y'all about my parents, cause my daddy's a shitty hot mess. So let me tell you about my parents. My mom and daddy got married when they were 19 and 20. They were married for, I think my mama said 52 days, and they separated. They never divorced. Okay, they never divorced. When they separated, they both went on with their lives. My daddy went and
Okay.
remarried. He went and remarried, and he didn't tell his wife that he was still married to my mama. So him and my mama didn't get a divorce until I was 12. So technically, he was never related. He was never married to the second lady. My dad never told her. He never mentioned it to her. She didn't know nothing until she found out that him and my mama got a divorce. So people be in their own, caught up in their own shit. Like my daddy could have just divorced my mama and then went on with his life and not even, had to put that lady in that situation. She thinking she married to somebody. She thinking she in a marriage and a family. She didn't have a baby, and my daddy was still married to my mama. I didn't even know my parents were still married until I was 12, and we all went to Vegas for them to get a divorce. That's how I found out my parents was married. But my daddy knew. My daddy knew.
That sounds like the old time way, like, oh, we're gonna stay together for 30, 40, 50 years, and the husband is out here doing whatever, and we're gonna change it just for the kids. For the sake of the kids, we just gonna stay together. But I'm gonna do whatever I want to do on the
No,
side, but I'm gonna be here to support you with the bills
my
or
mom and
whatever.
daddy never got back together. They never got back together once they separated. They just never divorced. And my daddy went on with his life, and my mama went on with her life. My
But
mama
there
had
are a
sense
lot of
enough
people that do
later
that.
on in life to go and decide she wanted a divorce, though. Otherwise, my daddy would probably be married to his third wife and still be married to my mama if she wouldn't have divorced him.
My God. My God.
But you know what? That kind of
So
makes sense
what
though,
was
because my biological parents are like that though, because my dad and my mom on paper are married. However, they're separated. Like my mama lives somewhere else and my daddy lives somewhere else. My mama, she do what she want to do. She live her best life. She don't give a doggone. But on paper, they're married. So it's like I be like, well, dad, just divorce her. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Like she living her best life, you know. But I mean, I guess that's just my dad's just an old head that way. He's like, look, till death do us part. I don't care what she does. I'm like, God
Till
bless you.
death
That
do
ain't
them
my
part.
testimony, huh?
that's
I said till
crazy.
death do them part.
Right, till death do us part. But
I
that
know
shouldn't mean
other
I have to
people
put
look
up. I have
at
to
it.
put up with all your BS though. That just because death do us part don't mean I got to put up with everything you got going through. That's all I'm saying.
But I
Everybody come with
noticed
baggage.
That's all I'm saying too.
older people live by a different law. And what I mean by that is I used to date this dude. Um he took me and introduced me to his mother. And his mother was the nicest lady. And me and his mom was sitting down having lunch one day and she started telling me about his father. I had no idea that I knew this man's father. No idea, right? So she starts telling me about this man's father and about how he's in a relationship with another woman and they've been together 40 something years. Okay? And I sat there and listened to this, and she was telling me how they were not divorced. She would not divorce him, why she wasn't going to divorce him, and what was going to happen if he ever died. So as of now, he's been with this lady. They're still together. Tim, I'm gonna inbox you who it is. Um, they're still together. They've been together about 50 years.
Wow.
He's still legally married to the first wife, and the first wife has the insurance. She has everything. So if anything happens to him, the lady he's been with for 50 years will get nothing. And the wife says she's going to have him cremated.
My God. My God. My
Someone said
God.
in the
But a lot of
comments
people
back in
don't let that
some,
paper go. A lot of people don't let that paper go because they know at the end of the day they call the shots.
My God.
no, look. Some of us need to adopt that. What Frozen say? Let it go.
Let
Let
it
it go.
go.
Let it go.
Let it
Let
go.
it go. Let it go.
My
Listen,
God.
listen. Let that bless your life. Let those three words bless your life today. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Mm-mm.
This
But
Ah,
this is a
duh.
older
really
people
good
don't let it
this is
go.
a really
They
good
don't let it
tonight
go.
show. Because although we're laughing and stuff, there's a whole lot of gems being dropped in this conversation. I joined on a little bit late, so I don't know what the initial conversation was, but you guys talked about like how when you get involved in people's covenant, God wipes out nations behind covenant. That's really something you do not play with. I don't give a hot damn how good the tutu is or whatever is. You just don't play with it because it then curses your bloodline. But that's another tonight's conversation. But I love that.
Marilyn,
And then,
thank you, Marilyn. Marilyn said, "Let it go." Steve's already in the comments. Let it go. Look, the Saints already got it. Let it
yeah,
go. Trying to tell you.
I also loved how you guys were saying, like, as far as the church, how they have all these secret children and secret, and all that other stuff. It makes me wonder, are we really in the last days? Because, I mean, it just seems like so much of it is unfolding in today.
Okay, so let me answer that question for you, and it goes back to something that Tim said last week. Last week, Tim said, some of this generation will be here for the rapture.
Hmm.
So y'all take that how y'all want to take it.
I
If y'all want to
said,
say
I
we living in
said,
the last days,
I don't
I
want to
said,
do that.
just to clarify, what my sister just said. I said, this is the generation, whether we leave with Christ or whether we stay. This is the generation that's going to live to see the rapture.
Amen. I agree. I so
We,
agree.
I'm telling you, and they heard it from me last week, and I got a lot of flack about it because they were like, "Well, yeah, how can you say that?" No, the clock is about to strike midnight. The clock is ticking. It's ticking, and when it strikes midnight, I'm telling you, we're gonna be the generation to be here for the rapture. I'm telling you, sure, you're gonna remember I said it. Whether you hear
Mm.
or if you go in the rapture, we're gonna be the ones to see it.
My God.
I'm telling you what I know.
My God.
I just want to say this on the marriage about speaking on covenant. What a
Mm.
lot of people don't realize is when you insert yourself into a covenant, it's a lot to be reaped in that situation. They say you reap
Mm.
what you sow.
Yeah.
It's a lot to be reaped in that situation. Now, I'm going to speak on something that's personal to me. I got married. My marriage lasted 2 years. I was with him for a total of, I think, 6 or 7, but our marriage lasted 2 years. We
Mm.
divorced over a young lady, and I'm going to leave it at that. We divorced over a young lady. I gave my husband an ultimatum. He didn't like the ultimatum. I left. I divorced him. Now, at the end of the day, back then, I don't think neither one of us knew all the details surrounding why we couldn't get along with this young lady around. But as we both stepped back from the situation 10 years later, we're able to talk about it. So there was a young lady that we divorced over. He called her his best friend. I didn't like her. Never did. Still don't.
Well,
Um,
damn.
issue with I don't. My issue with her was she kept inserting herself in our marriage in different ways.
Woo. Been there.
And I divorced him, and I think that she thought through the divorce that she would be able to rewrite their relationship.
Woo.
But
Been
baby,
there too.
10 years to rewrite their relationship because here we are.
That woman got done been with herself. She having flashbacks. She said, "I've been there too." My God.
We've been broke up 12 years, and she's still waiting for him to rewrite that situation because at the end of the day, he still wants to be with his wife. And if I want my marriage back, I could go back and remarry him tomorrow.
Been there too. My God. My
But now the
God.
young lady is dealing with the repercussions of you left your wife and I'm still not getting what I want.
Because how you start a
So,
thing is how you end a thing. The same way you got them is always the same way you gonna lose them, baby.
right.
My God.
So, I don't think a lot of people understand that a marriage is something deeper than what they want it to be on the
Woo.
surface.
Come on. Come
It's
on,
not
sis.
just a piece of paper. I heard
No.
somebody say that, oh, it's just a piece of paper. I'm like, no, it's not just a piece of paper. Um, a marriage is a covenant, it's a contract, it's a
Yes.
business.
Yes.
It's all of those things. It's all of those things. A lot of people don't understand marriage legally or biblically.
Come on.
Um, when women, okay, let me just tell y'all this because I know a lot of women don't know this legally. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all some legal stuff about marriage. Legally, when you get engaged, you're entering into a business contract. So a lot of women get engaged and they want to keep the ring when the engagement gets called off. That's not how that goes. And a lot of men end up taking women to court, suing them for the ring, and the woman want to know why she got to give the ring back. Well, the ring symbolizes I'm entering into this contract with you. That's what the ring symbolizes. So that's why when the engagement don't work, you got to give the ring back because you're no longer in that contract. You're no longer in that agreement.
I
Agreed.
sure did. I took mine right back to Walmart. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
The way I
Anyway,
gave
go
my
ahead.
ring up to be studied.
I ain't mad.
I'm
I
sorry.
ain't mad.
I I was not
But a
supposed
lot
to
of
say that
people
out
don't
loud. I'm
understand.
sorry.
It's
Mm-hmm.
okay. A lot of people don't
Took mine right.
understand
Sure
that's what
did.
that
Took that receipt right
symbolizes.
back. Held on to that receipt the whole 2 years. Took it right back to the Walmart right up the street. Sure did.
Oh my God.
I've been through some stuff, y'all. I'm sorry. I've been through some stuff. I got stories, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been through some stuff.
The Walmart. Okay.
The Walmart for
I'm not
me.
gonna talk about Walmart. Excuse me. I'm not gonna talk about Walmart. I still got my wedding ring. I've had it for since 2012, 11. Since
The shit.
2011.
The way
Bought it
I
at
gave that
Walmart, and
wedding
I
ring
love it.
back,
Look, and I love it.
that's
So yeah,
beautiful.
I'm not gonna talk about the Walmart rings. I love my Walmart ring. I just switched the finger when we got a divorce because I wasn't giving nothing with the ring. People was, you don't take your wedding ring off. No, I do not. I picked out my own wedding ring first of all. He didn't pick it out, so I really, really love it. So yeah, the wedding ring stays and it's beautiful and it's from Walmart. So I have nothing against
Yeah.
Walmart. Okay.
My God. My
No,
God.
but some women be like, granted she didn't know I got it from Walmart, but I sure did take it back to the Walmart after everything was said and done. Kept that receipt and everything. I sure did. Take it right back to the Walmart. Got my
Listen,
whole. Never
Walmart
mind. I ain't gonna
sell
say
real
how much it was.
diamonds.
'Cause,
I don't
yeah,
want y'all
never
to sleep
mind.
on
But yeah,
Walmart. Walmart do
My
sell real
God.
diamonds, especially if you
My
get them
God.
online. They do sell real diamonds, so don't y'all be sleeping on Walmart.
My God.
Um.
My God.
Okay, so I just want people to know that marriage is beyond a piece of paper. Marriage is a contract. Marriage is a contract between a husband and a wife, which is why something happens. The wife gets all of the privilege of calling the shots, etc., 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 because it is a contract. Um, One of the things that bother me about marriage, though, is the fact that people don't know biblically what marriage is. They don't know about leaving your father and mother and cleaving to your wife. We got a lot of mama's boys out here that get married and then they want to stay attached to their mamas and
But
treat
I
their
think
mamas
that
better
it's,
than they treat
I
their
think that
wife.
people, even if you're in the church, sis, and you're taught, like, okay, you're supposed to leave and cleave, they just think it's only family. No, it's anything that you put before your spouse
Right,
after
right,
God. And I think that's something that people really don't understand. And the contract, you're right, it's a spiritual, divine thing that you're entering. You guys become one flesh. So when
right,
you enter a third party, you also open up a portal of whatever that person has. You already got to fight against those soul ties from your husband and your wife before entering into covenant. And then now you get somebody else to join and you wondering why your hell just went to a whole nother level. Just because covenant is sacred. So once you decide to penetrate that, all hell will continue to break loose.
yeah. And I'm just gonna say this, Champagne. You can tell me to shut up if you want to.
Talk about it.
Um, when people decide to do things, i.e., inserting themselves into a covenant, and then think they're going to be blessed and prosperous, and they want to go start businesses and things like that, and think that
Mm-hmm.
their business is going to flourish on the
And now,
back of the covenant that they tapped into,
and
it's not
now,
going to work.
let me
It's
tell
not
you,
going to work.
ever,
It's not going to work.
ever.
Ever. And I have been sitting back watching somebody trying to build a business on the back of a covenant that they entered into and tap danced in. And I just been watching. And let me tell y'all something, it never works. It never works. It never works. It never works. I just want y'all to know that, okay? Y'all got to get out here and stop interjecting yourselves in people's marriages, especially people that are really tapped into God. Cause y'all don't be understanding. There's some of these women out here and some of these men out here that's in these marriages and these relationships. They go to God 2 or 3 times a day about their life.
Talk
And when you
about
doing
it.
that,
Come on.
and you tap dancing in
And,
situations that you
mhm,
shouldn't be tap dancing in,
mhm, mhm.
uh,
But you know what? I no longer, in my situation, I no longer blame the third party because there would be none if the other person never opened that door. They're wrong if they know that the person is married and they still decide to get involved. But I didn't, you don't go into covenant with the third party, if that makes any sense at
right,
all. You go into
right,
covenant with who you go into covenant with. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So they're wrong. Everybody's wrong, but I don't want to take away from the fact in this conversation, somebody opened that door and let somebody in. And that's how that
Absolutely.
happened. You know what I'm saying?
So this
Hey,
is
Right,
my
what
right.
what was
issue
what was
when you start when
what
you
was
start
that
talking.
one show? It was they asked the question in the theme song. I forget what the theme song was, but I think the question was who the hell left the gate open? Who left the door open? Try to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Come
Who left
on.
right.
who left the gate open?
Yeah, yeah.
So I just want to circle back to where we started at. A lot of these preachers that are opening these doors to let these third parties into their covenant, they're going to have hell to deal with. They're going to have a lot to reap because you cannot be out here leading the sheep and sleeping with the sheep.
And then wonder why the
You
church is
can't.
so divided.
Right,
It's going to trickle on down. So
right,
if the pastor is
right.
committing adultery, it's going to be a whole lot of adulterous people coming in there too. You know?
Yes, yes. I went to
Man,
a
that not
church
only
and
that, there's gonna be a whole lot of there's gonna be a whole lot of chaos. You got one person
Amen.
screwing this person, the other person screwing this person, the other person screwing that person. Everybody in your church is screwing. Why is everybody in
yep,
your church is screwing? Somebody's screwing somebody.
yep.
Now
Well,
you got all these imaginations.
Not
All
only that,
them kids in the youth department is from your church. All them kids in
my
your youth
God.
department.
My God. Mm, my God.
let me tell you, I went to a
Y'all,
church.
I can't make this stuff up. I'm trying to tell you.
My
Unique, I'm
God.
trying
I'm
to
gonna
tell
tell
you, you
y'all,
can't
it's
make
a
this
church
stuff
in
up.
LA. It's a church in LA, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I was attending a church in LA that my son was playing at back in the day, and I had started going there, and I really love the church. I love the word that the pastor would give. I love the choir, the music, everything about the church. But everybody that know me know I can't stand church politics.
Mm,
So I was moved to Vegas, and I was still coming back on the weekends attending church. Every other weekend, every 2 weeks, I would drop in. And I got a call one Sunday that all hell broke loose in the church. And I'm like, what
mm,
happened?
my God.
They
Well,
didn't sign the
the first lady found out that
NBA.
the pastor sleeping with the
NDA. They
choir
didn't sign it.
director. She had an outburst during service.
My God.
Hell broke loose when she had her outburst between her and the choir director and the pastor.
My God.
Wait,
Well, I
what?
wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised. The first lady found out that the pastor was sleeping with the choir director
My
and had an
God.
outburst during service. And all hell broke loose in the church.
Oh, my God.
Now,
Y'all better than me because I would have been there with my popcorn. What's really going on?
now, okay, so now that y'all got all of that, let me tell y'all why I wasn't surprised. I dated a deacon at that church. A few
Mm,
months into our relationship, he told me, "Well, I'm married to one of the choir members,
my
but
God.
we're getting a divorce, and she has a boyfriend." Well, apparently her boyfriend went to the church too. Okay,
Mm,
Then I found out from the deacon that between Sunday school and regular church, when all the deacons would go in the pastor's office, they would be talking about the women and what the women wore to church. They would be in there, oh, did you see Sister So and so and what Sister So and so had on today? And this was their weekly conversation in between
Mhm.
services. So they
Mm-hmm.
were
That's true.
literally scoping everybody out.
All the
So when
time.
everything broke out, I wasn't surprised. I was like, okay, this just goes back to the conversations that they were having. Now I
My God.
understand why he was looking at this person and this person.
My
But then
God.
you don't, your church don't recover from that.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Your church don't recover from that.
Nope. Look at TD Jakes. My God.
He got so much scandal around his church. I could do a whole couch conversations just on him.
We're gonna redact that
Y'all thought
comment.
y'all thought that man stepped down just to step down. Nah, nah, he
My
No,
stepped
he
down
God.
because
didn't.
he had no choice. He
Mm.
had no
No,
choice
he
but to
didn't have a
step down.
choice.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
God.
Come on. You had no choice.
Yeah.
You had no
Yeah.
choice. And why
You
is it
know
we have churches when we have churches like that, Danny? Why we got churches like that? Though your whole first two rows ain't nothing but single women trying to get in your drawers.
well,
Because a
I
lot of the
thought he
pastors are
wasn't.
getting in their draws.
I thought he wasn't looking for a woman. Y'all take me off the track.
Because they really be out here. They really be out here getting in their draws. So
The pastor taking first lady applications. He out there taking applications of all them people on
he's
them first
not
two rows.
taking
Is what he doing.
applications. He's
All of
not
them
taking applications. But
applications.
I'm telling you this from a single pastor that I know without putting his business out there. They have single women in the church and they're sleeping with them. They're not taking applications for a first lady. They don't want a first lady. They
Jezebel.
like being able to be free and do what they want to do with the members. And a lot of the
Jezebel.
members know about him sleeping with the other members and they don't care. And
Jezebel.
we
Yeah,
are
because they
right
all
to
everybody
believe
on
that
that
they
on them
sleep
first
with the
everybody
pastor.
on them first two rows is comparing notes. Yeah, baby, he did this. Yeah, he did
Yeah,
that with me too. Then
yeah,
we all talking about what
yeah,
we did.
yeah.
My
We
Because
all
God.
talking
I'm gonna
about
be
what we did with
honest,
that man.
I seen a blog about a pastor, and in the blog, all the ladies were comparing notes. And I'm gonna tell you, when
I
I
know you
say they were
lying.
comparing notes, they
No
were
way.
in there not just comparing notes; they were comparing notes graphically. Well, I bet you didn't suck his D like I did. I bet you didn't do this like I did.
No way. No way.
What?
I believe
My
you.
God.
I believe you.
What?
My God.
I believe
Talking
you.
My
about talking
God.
about the pastor's illegitimate children
Mm,
that
my
he had
God.
I
with
believe you.
members. And don't hold on. Don't go reading a blog about a pastor and his sexcapades and find out that one of the people he had a sexcapade with was one of your clients in Las Vegas. Yeah. Yeah. It goes down. It goes down. People don't
I'm
even
trying to
know.
tell you, Danny, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. I went to a church one time, and I know you ain't lying. I went to a church one time, and the two mothers on the these were older saints. At least I thought they were saints. They was up there talking about, baby, mind you, this ain't his wife who said this. She said to me, she said to the other lady, because they both were sleeping with the pastor. So they having a conversation, and I overhear the conversation. She said, "Baby, I picked out that suit that he got. I picked it out last night." I said, "Wait a minute, hold on. You was with you."
My God.
You was with the pastor last
Wow.
night? She said, yeah, his wife wasn't with him last night. I was with him all last night. I know. No, no, no,
See,
no,
see,
no,
see.
Let me tell y'all
no.
something. These women are a trip. Now, my grandmama, shout out to my grandmama. She a different kind of woman. Okay? Let me tell you something. My granddaddy was a big man. A big man. He weighed about 400 pounds. He was about 6'2". He was a big man. A big teddy bear man. Sweet as pie. And he loved my grandmama. But them women used to love to flirt with him. They loved it. But my granddaddy was so loyal to my grandmama that he would tell her stuff.
That's right.
My granddaddy used to like to play jokes with the women that would try to hit on him. And he would like to start shit and be messy and let it play out and get back to my grandmama. So my grandmama went to a church conference one time and she was gone for 7 days, and then she was gonna go be with her sisters for 7 days. So she was gone for 2 weeks. The day my grandmama left, my grandfather got a phone call from a pastor's wife, basically telling him, I heard your wife left you. That's what she said. I heard your wife left you. She was on vacation, and my granddaddy was like, yeah, she left, she gone, she went down there with her sisters. You know, he playing into the bullshit. That pastor's wife called my granddaddy almost every day while my grandmama was gone, trying to get my granddaddy. My grandmama told me not too long ago, she said, I used to take him to the women's houses because they used to buy him shoes, give him money for suits. They would give him money for dinners.
My
But they
God.
would invite him thinking he was going to show up, and every time he would show up with my grandmama. And she would go
My
in there,
God.
get the money, get whatever it was for him, and give it to him and go on about his business. And she said like, these women were doing so much to try to sleep with him, but he would never give them the time of day. And I was like, when she started
Wow.
telling me, I started putting two and two together. I said, well, this went on like 15 years. My grandmama was like, yeah, they were just waiting for me to leave so that they could try to slide in and
My
get with.
God.
15 years. Wow.
That's
Wow.
15
a
years.
long time. That's a long time.
15
Hey,
years.
look, Danny, look in your comments. Anointed worshiper said most of these events start at convocation. Let me tell y'all something about these little convocations and aims and these wonderful little things that y'all be going to.
Lord have
Let me tell
mercy.
y'all something.
Lord
Let me
have
tell y'all
mercy.
something. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all be thinking that
Where the
y'all trying to get a
preachers in
word
the
from the
church?
Lord, and then
Preach,
y'all
Oh
come
preach,
my
back pregnant with
God.
all
preach.
these twins and
Y'all
kids
get
and these
started.
babies popping up out of nowhere at these convocations and the aims and the convocations and everything going on. No. No, 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 no. It's a big old orgy is what it is. We ain't nobody going for God for real. It's an orgy.
Yep, yep, yep,
My goodness.
yep. I talked about on the show previously how I went to the church convention back in the day when I was younger, and I sat up there and literally watched a relationship flourish over a few years. One of the bishop's wives and one of the bishops, we ended up catching them out late one night, and over the next few years of their affair, we watched them divorce their spouses and end up together. And it all started at the church convention.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's a worshiper. Listen, I know. If don't nobody else know, I know. You understand me? I know. People go all these travel all across the globe to go be at these conventions and convocations and everything like that. And all of a sudden, no, wait a minute. It's the hookup spot.
Yes, yes,
Like,
yes.
let's be real. Like, let's be real. You ain't going there for God the whole time. And I'm saying, and I'm
No,
not saying that for everybody. I'm not. There are some people who really do go there for God, but a majority of them
literally,
folks.
I went to one of the church conventions a few years back. The first night, the first day of the church convention, which was a Sunday, everybody was there. The rest of the week, I did not see a handful of people. Apparently, they were still there though because I seen them when it was time to check out. But they were there on vacation, meeting up with their side pieces. The only reason they showed up to church on this first Sunday was because they knew it was being filmed and they wanted to make sure that they was on film. Yep,
Trying
they
to
be
tell
out
you.
here getting it in at the church convention. Yep, side babies being made, all kind of stuff. Yep,
Yep.
yep.
Yep. Unique said her app is tripping. I guess that's why she logged.
It's all
She
right, girl. It's okay. But yeah, I need y'all to get it together. I need y'all to stay out of people's covenants. I need y'all to stay out of people's pants. Stay from under their skirts. I suggest that everybody, if you're sexually active, go to a clinic, get tested for STIs, STDs. I want to tell y'all something. I just want to give y'all a brief little health segment. Um, so I need y'all to go out and get tested for STIs and STDs. A lot of people don't know that there's a difference between an STI and an STD. On average, when you go to the doctor and you ask to get tested for STDs, that is what they test you for. They don't test you for STIs. You need to have an STI test. And the reason I'm telling you that is because you can have an STI and carry it for several years. Several years. Years. Not months, not days, not weeks. Several years without any symptoms. You can pass it on, and the person you pass it to will not get any symptoms. Y'all need to go get checked for STIs. Ladies, if you go to the bathroom and you notice you smelling a little off today, but tomorrow you might smell normal, but then in a few days you smelling a little off, go get checked for an STI. You might have a bacterial infection. Okay? I need y'all to take care of y'all pH balance. Gentlemen, same thing. Y'all go get tested for STIs as well. Make sure that you got your life together. Drink you some alkaline water too. I want y'all to understand that it's not just a woman or it's not just a man that is passing these things. Y'all passing them to each other. And ladies, if you get tested for an STI and you get treated for an STI and your spouse don't, your partner don't, you don't get the people that you sleeping with tested, all y'all gonna be doing is passing it in a circle. Okay? It's a lot of people out here walking around with STIs right now and don't know it. It's a lot of people that I know right now in LA walking around with STIs and don't know it. Because y'all not out here getting yourself checked on the regular. Okay? Y'all need to know who y'all sleeping with. Y'all meet people and get into these relationships. Y'all get into these sexual relationships and y'all don't get into their background. You meet them at church and you think because they at church they all right and they clean and they this and that. The niggas at church is carrying STIs and STDs too. And y'all out here sleeping with everybody, just spreading them. Y'all sleeping around in a circle.
Just spreading stuff every which way. Just spreading.
And I'm going to tell y'all some real stuff. This is why I honestly don't mess with nobody in LA. Because a lot of y'all have STIs and don't know it. A lot of y'all think, oh, I've been with my dude or I've been with my woman for 5 or 10 years and we good. No, they've been cheating and y'all got STIs. Y'all need to go get yourself checked. And I know you probably think I'm not talking to you, but if you think I'm not talking to you, I'm probably talking to you. Okay? If you sleeping with these... Shut up, Daniel.
I don't know why they keep just spreading around, Danny. Just spreading spreading stuff around. That coochie done got miles on it.
Listen, sometimes it ain't the coochie though.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, you don't put that thing to work. You understand me? Thing is wore out.
Some of these musicians, especially the ones that travel a lot, if you sleeping with a musician, go get checked for an STI. A lot of these musicians that travel are out here traveling with their diseases. Okay? And like I said, a STI is not an STD. It is not like a STD. A STD does have signs and symptoms that you will get within a certain period of time. A STI you can carry for your whole life and never have symptoms. So I need y'all to go and get checked. Don't think because you sleeping with the pastor and you think he only sleeping with his wife that everything is okay because the wife is sleeping with one of the musicians. I told y'all a story a couple weeks ago about a pastor's wife that was sleeping with a musician, and the musician let us know kindly in the comments that he had been sleeping with the pastor's wife during certain parts of the service, after service, during Bible study. She was spending money on him, buying him suits and all kind of stuff. So don't assume that the pastor just sleeping with his wife and she ain't sleeping with nobody else. Everybody is sleeping around, okay?
Everybody is sleeping with somebody. Everybody is sleeping with somebody.
Protect yourself. I would tell y'all not to be out here having sex, but y'all gonna do it anyway.
Y'all fit to do it
anyway. You're gonna do it anyway. Just protect yourself while you doing it. Make sure you getting tested. Make sure that you got your stuff together. Okay? And don't be afraid to be celibate. That's all I'm saying. It's okay to be celibate sometimes. It is absolutely okay. It is absolutely okay to take a break from having your legs up in the air. It is absolutely okay. Sometimes you need to take a break. Sometimes you need to give your coochie a rest. Okay?
Man,
All
listen, you
right.
don't put all them miles on your coochie, damn. Frequent flyer miles.
Listen,
Frequent flyer miles on your coochie.
I'm not trying to upset nobody. I'm not trying to talk about nobody. I'm just trying to be honest. I'm trying to give warning, and y'all take it or leave it. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Y'all got to do better with y'all sexual activity and what y'all spreading around in the church. Like, it's a lot of people right now in church walking around with things that they don't know that they have. So y'all get y'all
My God.
hygiene together, get y'all prayer life together, get y'all therapy life together, your mental life together, get your money up, and don't be worried about being the side piece. I don't know why side pieces is just like the norm, and that's the thing now, but it's not cool. Like, for so many reasons. For so many reasons. I can't tell y'all what to do, but I'ma just tell you like this. I'll tell any married man, you can't afford for me to be your side chick, okay? Because I'm gonna run your pockets if you trying to get me to be your side chick. You can't afford it. I be that took all the church's money, okay? So y'all know me. Y'all know don't even come this way with the shenanigans. But I need y'all to get yourself together. Y'all brush your teeth, brush your tongue, get y'all hygiene together. If you in the choir, please get your hygiene together. Ain't nothing worse
I
than a
almost,
funky choir member. I'ma shut
I,
up. I'ma shut up. I'm
I
talking
almost said
enough
something,
stuff.
Daddy.
Y'all
I
ain't
almost said something, Daddy. I ain't gonna do that on your show, though. I almost said something. I ain't gonna do that on your show, though.
I
I
mean,
almost said something.
I didn't already like put my foot in my mouth a couple times, and I know I'm gonna have some people mad at me because I didn't talk about the musicians is carrying STDs and STIs. But yeah, they are not STDs, STIs. I ain't heard of no musician carrying STDs, but I heard of a few carrying STIs. I need y'all to get it together. Go to the clinic, get checked, okay? And y'all gotta stop sleeping with several people in the same night. That's nasty. That's how y'all spreading these STIs. That is how y'all spreading them. A lot of men don't know women's vaginas carry different bacteria. And when you jumping from woman to woman to woman in the same night, then bacteria can mix and start a whole little petri dish worth of stuff going on. Okay? So if you ain't learned nothing from me tonight, we done had our shits and giggles. I need y'all to go get tested. I need y'all to take me serious about these STIs. I need y'all to take me serious about this hygiene. I need y'all to take me serious about being a side chick. I need y'all to take me serious about being a side nigga. I need y'all to take me serious about entering into people's covenants. Go find your own. Go find your own. And if you out here looking for a husband or a wife and you sleeping with everybody, you're never gonna find them. They can't find you because they clouded by all the soul ties you done created. They can't see you through your soul ties. So, okay, I'm done.
I don't even know how to follow up on that, Danny. I don't. Listen, I'm
Oh
trying
my
to tell you.
God.
Look. She been 13 years celibate. Anointed works with that. She been 13 years celibate. God bless you, woman of God. Happy for you. Listen,
Oh,
stay on the straight and narrow.
that's Apostle Huggins.
Apostle Huggins. Oh, bless you, Apostle. Blessings to you. Listen. Trying to stay. Listen, that's right. Stay on the straight and narrow. I'm trying myself, Apostle. Believe me, it ain't always been easy,
It's not
but
easy.
we try to stay on the straight and narrow. We try to stay on the straight and narrow. And my brother says something, and he says it all the time when we talk about dating and these type of matters. Um, because the truth of the matter is, everybody nowadays, because it seems like there aren't too many abstinent people left. It just seems like now when you date somebody, you're just getting a turn, like you're next in line. Like
Yeah.
you're not really the first one to be in it. 9 times out of 10, when you date somebody, whether it be male or female, there've been some miles on that car, huh? That car been drove, but been test driven a few times. So she said it takes a lot of willpower. Yeah, it takes a lot of willpower. I've been
Okay,
there.
I gotta cut you off. We got 2 minutes, so let me run through my last little. In 2 minutes, the streaming service gonna cut us off. So I want to thank everybody for watching tonight. Thank Tim for being back on the show. I hope the show was a blessing to y'all tonight. Make sure to check me out on YouTube. YouTube.com/out the real Danny Girl. You can also search DMEGTV. We'll be back next week at 8 o'clock p.m. I don't have my guests for y'all yet, but y'all stay tuned. I have a lot of good guests coming up on Couch Conversations. We are currently booking, so if you would like to be on the show, please make sure to send me a message. We're going to get you on as soon as possible. I hope you have enjoyed these last two shows with me and Brother Tim. We've been on here just, chatting. That's what we do on the show. We just been chatting and having a conversation about random stuff, but trying to keep it all in context for y'all and letting y'all know that it don't have to be the way that y'all want it to be, and it's a different way that y'all can handle certain things. The church can be handled differently as well. But thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I really do appreciate you. Thank everybody that commented, that liked the post, that shared the post. I appreciate you. Make sure you're back next week. If you have not already, go to YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe for your chance to win some money next week. Pick out 2 or 3 videos, go watch them and comment on them. The more you engage on the YouTube, the more entries you get for your chance to win some money next week. Thank you to everybody. The post is the streaming service is about to cut off, so I thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all next week. Peace and have a divine night. Love y'all. Good night.
Good night, y'all.